My ex-wife threw away our marriage to explore the lavish life and expected me to wait for her. She freaked out when I divorced her and got a new wife years later. My ex-wife Penny and I were married for over 14 years. We met in high school and got married right off the bat, so we didn't really explore much about the world, but I honestly thought it was okay because we had each other. We even had 2 kids together, but she always wanted a bigger and better life, and she always made it known. She wasted nearly all of our savings on fancy clothes for our kids, or the latest Chanel bag for herself to make sure she could stun on the other moms. At first, I thought it was cute, but she got carried away. I was struggling to even pay rent on time, and I told her to knock it off all the time. I guess it got to her because one night, I woke up to a letter on the bed stating how I was holding her back and that she found someone she could explore the world with like she's always wanted. But at the end of the letter, she wrote that she'll be back in a few years and we'd be able to pick up where we left off. When I read the letter, I started spamming her phone and even had our kids spam her phone too, but it went straight to voicemail every time. I had to explain to our young kids that mommy was going to be gone for a while, and they were so confused that they asked if she was dead. I didn't even know what to say to them, but I knew that she was dead to me. It took me months to even adjust to being a single father, but when I did, I started to feel a sense of relief. I didn't have someone constantly asking me for money so that they could buy something that'd take out my entire savings, and I didn't have a wife that refused to show me affection if I wouldn't buy them gold earrings at the mall. My kids started getting used to it too, despite them being in near hysterics when she left. I had much more time to myself now, and I managed to earn enough money to pull me back into a comfortable financial status. After a year of her being gone, I decided I couldn't handle being married to her anymore. So I got a lawyer and asked for a divorce. And since she was nowhere to be found, I was automatically granted the divorce. I sold our house, found a cute little shack in the town I've always wanted to live in but couldn't because Penny said it was too woodsy. I felt like I was living in a constant rat summer, and I genuinely started to love myself for once. I didn't feel weighted down by nagging or having less money than what was acceptable for Penny. I felt alive. By the 3rd year of her being gone, my kids never mentioned her anymore, and I didn't see the need to keep her memory alive. But I did want to give them a mom and give myself some love, so I started dating. I found a woman at a bookshop one night when I least expected it, and she was carrying about 15 books in her arms. At first, I rolled my eyes because I thought she was making someone else buy it for her, but then I saw her curl up into the corner of the store and start reading. She was going to read it all now, instead of wasting money. I thought she was my perfect match, so I asked her what she was reading, and when she answered with the perks of being a wallflower, I fell in love a little. I asked her out, and it was the start of a beautiful relationship. She always compared me to her book crushes, which I've heard was the highest form of compliments from a book girl. My kids loved her too, and I couldn't resist my love for her long. I married her in this beautiful cabin-styled wedding and even invited my ex's family. And for 1 whole year, I was in total bliss. My kids were happy with their new stepmom, I was in love, and I was comfortable with my finances, despite having a wife again. But of course, that didn't last long, because one day my ex-wife called my phone. I was in total shock when I saw the caller ID, but I picked up because I still shared kids with her. When I picked up, she was in hysterical mode, asking me why were there strangers in our home. I asked her what was she even talking about, and she said that she came back home to a bunch of randos in our home. I almost laughed at the phone and told her that we don't own that home anymore, so that's their house. She started yelling at me, asking me why I would sell our home without her, and I just told her that she wasn't there, so I didn't owe her anything. She sighed loudly and asked me for my new address so that she could give her husband and kids a big kiss. I audibly scoffed at that and told her that we aren't hers anymore. We're my new wives. She went dead silent when I said that, and then accused me of cheating on her. I just told her that I did know her anything, because in the 6 years she's been gone, we realized we didn't need her. Dude, I kid you not. She demanded to know where I was so that she could give me a lesson. I immediately hung up, and she's been calling nonstop. I called my kids over and asked them if they would still want a relationship with their mom, and they immediately said no. It was the perfect scenario. I heard from her family that she keeps trying to accuse me of being evil, but they always report to me that they tell her off every time. I heard from the grapevine that she's trying to get my marriage invalidated because we're supposedly still married. Yeah, little did she know. I have access to the best lawyers in the country now, thanks to her. Good luck winning that case.